Hi, is this working? Is this working? Let's have a look. In the browser, twitch.tv/magickeith. Am I live? Am I on the internet? Inception. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I think it's working. Can't really hear it on this one. You can't see what I'm doing. That's all right. I gotta press more buttons. Blah. Damn. Look at that. Inception. No, I'm not. It's not working, I think. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, it is working. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hawker. Let's get the thing started. I never know how to do the setup in Twitch because like there's a go live notification thing. I don't know how to do this properly or how to automate it so it's not annoying to have to do. So I have to go to the stream manager thing and then go to like do I set a stream info? Title for networking. More networking on Ruby. Yes. Poker. Groovy. Alrighty. Is this working too? Is this up here working? Is this a thing? Great. And let's get my chat window up and running using my new fancy pants stream chat dot shush file. Shush. And go. Yes. And it did the history resolve, yes. Except, oops, let's put that out somewhere else. No. Let's go here. Let's do, oops. Groovy. Yes. It works so well. It works so well. Don't mind me. I'm having my breakfast, very good Red Bull and Chinese leftover breakfast. Pardon me, this is gross. Kids and you can never eat. They don't let you eat ever. So, what am I doing today? Lots of things. So, if you're just tuning in for the first time, so I don't know how this sounds, me munching away on food. All right, so this is what I've been building. I've been building this little doohickey here, right? I've been building this whole thing, this little chat client here, and I'm really quite happy with it. And it's written in Ruby, and there's a bunch of bullshit in here that we can mostly ignore. But there's two main parts to it. There's the bridge and the UI file. Now, I've split this into two halves. This is the bridge file, and the bridge is what connects to the Twitch IRC server. This is just the structures that sort of hold the Twitch message, the IRC messages. blah, blah, blah. Connected to the IRC, TCP socket, blah, blah, blah. And it receives all the messages from Twitch, pings. I get a ping from Twitch, I get a pong back. Private messages when a message gets sent in the chat. And I'm storing the stuff in Twitch in the database. So there's a database, a SQLite database that I have. I store the messages that I get from Twitch in the database, and then I insert it. And at the same time, I'm sending out a UDP socket whenever I receive a chat from the bridge file. And then my UI file, this is what's rendering over here. That's why it's sort of two parts. So I got some random code here, blah, 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 but this is sort of the main event piece of it. When the UI starts up, I start listening on that same UDP socket. That's already on the same machine. And whenever I receive a chat message that gets broadcast on the UDP socket, I then render the chat. Now, why am I doing all this nonsense just to show some chat messages? Well, the goal is to be able to change, like, can I live reload the terminal UI? So I've got this terminal UI above me that's showing the chat. How could I make it so that if I change something about the rendering of the UI, it automatically reloads? So I have like a live reloading experience of a terminal UI. How is that possible? Is that even possible? Well, it's kind of possible because you can, like the way that I would think of doing it, it would just be to clear and reprint. Like take, like you'd almost need to like have somewhat of a buffer of what you've saved to the screen, or at least the data you've saved to the screen. So you separate the data from the presentation. You track the data that you're presenting to the screen, and then you have like a rendering layer, and you pass the data to the rendering layer, and then you poop it out. And when the rendering layer changes, you take the same data you've got, you pass through the rendering layer again, and you clear the screen and you reprint. I think that's basically how I do it. So, and I would just need to sort of reload the code, because in Ruby you can just call load and a path of if you have like a class that you're ready to load it in, you can just go like load lib database.rb and it will sort of just reload that file for you. And then you can just recall the new versions of those methods. That's kind of thinking what I could do. But if you look at the scroll history, like I'm showing up some stuff, so I would need to like sort of know what I've shown on screen. Maybe there's a max limit to what I'm showing on screen. You know, maybe like I only show the last 50 messages ever. Oh, it's interesting how that's not rendering in that last one. There was a bug. The little camera icon's not showing the last one. Maybe it can't fit or something. Something like that, perhaps. Or maybe there's a different way for me to do it. I'm not entirely sure. But for me to do this, I need to start playing with some more ANSI characters. I know I need to clear and write, I think. I mean, I reckon the other thing, so that's one thing I want to do, is I want to make it live reload. The second thing I'd like to think about is, so this currently has a connection. Like this is listening on the UDP socket to the bridge and getting data from when the bridge receives a new message, it broadcasts out to the UI. I'm wondering if this is the best way to do it. I wonder if I should be using UDP to just broadcast out that bridge exists and then have a TCP connection to the server. Because currently the UDP approach that I have, I don't believe there's a way for this client, the UI, to know that the UDP server has gone away, right? Like there's no way, because it's what did we learn about yesterday? We learned that like the UDP server go away. You don't know, I think. What was I reading yesterday? I think it was in my open. Oops. I think it was in this thing. That was my TCP versus UDP. Here we go. Connectionless. No dedicated connection is established before data is sent. Fast but unreliable. Send packets independently without checking if they reach. There's no guarantee of delivery. Imagine sending a text message to your friend. Yeah. Yeah, so there's no way to know that this server has gone away in this model. So I can't put like a little thing that says like bridge disconnected and then sort of bring it back. And I kind of want a status bar type rendering situation in here as well for it. So maybe the way that I should make this work is maybe I should use UDP to continuously maybe how does server discovery work in networking? I wonder what it says about that. That's kind of what I want to learn about. Like, how could this client know that there's something on the network? Traditional approaches, blah blah blah. Limitations: modern server domain name system multicast. A variant of DNS, MDNS allows devices to advertise their presence and services on a local network using multicast packets. Interesting. Maybe that's what I want. These protocols enable, what's this one? Service discovery protocols. These protocols enable devices to discover available services on a network without prior knowledge of the service IP. Bonjour. Yes, Universal Plug and Play, UPnP. Simple Service Discovery Protocol. What is this? This protocol allows devices to discover available service on the network by broadcasting queries using multicast UDP packets. That sounds like a thing. I could use Bonjour or SSDP. What's the difference between MDNS? What's this? What's going? Pros, cons. MDNS versus SSDP. Is it SSDP? Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. Are both used for service discovery in local networks. Here's a comparison of the pros and cons. Multicast, easy to implement. MDNS built into most modern operating systems, including macOS, iOS, and Linux. MDNS uses multicast packets, which are effective for local flexible network discovery. Flexible MDNS supports multiple record types, making it adaptive services scalable. Cons, limited range. MDNS is limited to the local network, same subnet. Well, that's fine. Dependent on the MDNS resolver. May not work behind NATs. Well, I don't want to work behind NAT. Security MDNS using multicast, which can be blah blah. Cross subnet support. Interesting. SSDP can discover services across multiple subnets using UPnP or STUN. Can handle devices behind NATs. More about SSD. More bandwidth than the MDNS unicast, that's fine. SSD requires a more complex setup and configuration, doesn't? Less flexible. SSD has limited support for multiple record types. May need custom software or firmware. You want natural first and robust security features. Is there a way to do SSDP in how would you? Maybe there's a Ruby gem, Ruby SSDP. Maybe it's just done for me. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, lovely. This is nice. Simple SSDP Ruby gem. Thank you, Dow Miller. This is exactly what I want. Support both client and server functionality. Producer, responsive server, notification by search monitor. Very nice. Very, very nice. Example, Roku. Overview. Let's have a look. This is like a whole... let's have a quick read. SSDP is a text-based protocol based on HTTPU, which uses UDP as the underlying transport protocol. Services are announced by the hosting system with multicast addressing to a specific IP multicast address at UDP port number 100. Okay. Additionally, applications may use the source-specific multicast address driver, blah, blah, blah. SSDP uses the notify to announce the establishment or withdrawal of services present into a client that wishes to discover available services on a network uses method msearch. Responses to such requests are sent via unicast addressing the original address. Yep, DOS attack. Ooh, okay, that's not good. Documentation, let's have a look at the docs. Module details should be needed by most programs, blah, blah, blah. Defaults. Yep, bind. Producer interval in seconds between sending out live notifications. Consumer. Synchronous. Okay, some things. Pass SSDP message. Create broadcaster. Okay. Consumer. Make direct SSDP requests. Listening for a single or multiple responses. Listen to SSDP notifications alive, and bye-bye. Consumer search. Perform an SSDP search request. Okay, so right. So this is the client is searching for a thingy. Method return block is only used for a synchronous request. Format results searching with first only with a single blah 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 service. Start with watching type. Stop watching type. Stop watching all. Okay, what's this? Let's look at the example of the Roku. Find it. SSDP consumer. This is the client, so new. Timeout 3, first only true. Grab the first one. Find a search service Roku ECP. Interesting. So you can find that thing. Location, components. Very nice. Okay, so what it does then is it looks for the service. And if it can't find it, it couldn't find it. But then if it does find it, and then it just makes a HTTP request. Right, so it uses SSDP to find the thing, but doesn't use SSDP to any sort of real communication. It then uses net HTTP. I wonder if that's how my thing should work. Maybe once it should, maybe that's the better way to do this. Maybe my UI, so my UI currently connects directly to the SQLite database. Maybe that's a bad thing to do. Maybe my client here should, maybe the bridge should expose a HTTP server, and you can maybe ask for the last 30 for when this loads up, ask for the last 30, and then maybe open up a WebSocket for new messages that come in. Maybe that's the best way to do it. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that actually. That makes because then I'm not having two clients to the SQLite database. That keeps that clean. That means that the bridge, that means arguably the client can be written in any language. It doesn't have to be Ruby, and there's no shared code. It's entire. It could be JavaScript. It could be Bash for all I care, for anyone cares. And that means that the bridge can be just like I can effectively run the bridge in a Docker container and have that running 24/7 in my home lab, and have that just be a thing and anything. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's play with that. Hokadoke. Let's get this SSDP gem rock and rolling. What is it? SSDP bundle. Go away. All right. SSDP play. Sir. Where's that code? Cool. All right. So let's require bundler setup, and then require SSDP. Let's then go to the docs for broadcaster. Producer. Producer new. If option provided, they can override global defaults. We can just keep the defaults for now. Producer services attribute accessor for registered services in hash. Adding new service types should be only done through add service, but removing devices should directly via service delete is permitted. Okay. Producer running. Producer start the search response listener, and if enabled, the example. Maybe there's more examples I can look at. But there's no server. Maybe the tests. Maybe. This is not useful. I just don't know the order of things that I need to run them in. Maybe the tests can give me some hints. Producer. SSD producer new, notify false, add service, test mini test, local host, cert equal. Okay, right. So you SSDP producer new. And what does notify do? Producer. What is defaults? Broadcast address, port is fine, bind value is fine, max pack is fine, producer interval. Default value 30. What was that listener thing that it had? Oh, okay, listener. Return EV socket suitable for listening. So you can turn that off? I do, yeah. Maybe that's just like, oh, sorry, notifier. What's notifier do? Whether to send live notifications. Oh. I feel like I want that. Let's try this. Let's get rid of this. Okay. SSDP producer new. Let's just do defaults. SSDP producer new. Producer. Producer. I think it was add service. Add service. Is there a format to the service? Like, is there a standardized SSDP service format? Yep. Let's have a look if there's anything in the... is there like a format for the thing? Where's the... SSDP. I assume it's like a lowercase format. Wireshark, yes or no? I'm just looking for some examples of the format of this like service format. Setup, yes. Threats, no one cares. No one cares. Message and text, maybe this is what I want. Duh. What's this website? Oh, fancy. Service man SSDP discover user agent. Service. So many things. To confirm it, is it to the nmap? Internet accessible Plex service listening on port state service. Let's just call it hello for now. Hello. That'll do. And the next thing I need to do is this. Right. This is the. Right. What is the next thing here? It's like a add service. Let's look at add service again. Add a registered service type specifying a location or a set of parameters, HTTP headers. The service type string, NT SD parameter to register type. Okay. If this parameter is a string, the HTTP response will receive our or location headers set to. If this parameter is set to a hash, all key value pairs will be added as HTTP response headers. Cool, I guess. And what was that example in Roku in the search? Come on, load GitHub, load it, go. Why are you so slow? It's just a web page. Test mini test. Telnet localhost. Go for localhost. So you can do like maybe mine would be HTTP or something. All right, so let's go hello and then HTTP localhost port 3000. Producer.start. I wonder if it's blocking. Ruby SFTP server. Cool. Doesn't do anything. I think maybe because like I gotta keep it running, I guess. Start the search response and enable the periodic notification thread. Options in whether it's notifications, interval, max pack. Stop. Remove service. Do I have to run it in a thread? Services. Or do I just like doing a thread after? Like just, wow, standard in gets. I mean, I assume it's doing something. Maybe. Let's have a look at, let's go, you know what I was looking at again? I was looking at it last night. Pry. Let's get some pry. Pry, which is better than IB. Pry. Yes. And I think in man pry. No. How do I look at the docs for pry? Bundle. Open pry. Yes. All right. There's a thing. It's like commands, blah, 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 navigating around states. Runtime invocation, that's what I want. Require pry. Binding.pry, that's what I want. Require pry, binding.pry. All right, let's require pry. And then binding.pry. That should be a nice little alternative to that standard in Bizzo that I was doing. Ooh la la, producer. It's a thing. Producer.runny. True. Cool. All right, let's go. All right. Stop ad service. Let's go. Let's look at the services actually. Let's do that bit. Let's go producer services. Thing. Allocation. Okay. What about producer.uid? Random. Sick. Great. Cool. I love that for you. The UI assigned to the producer instance during this can be modified. Should be done out method. Cool. Running. What else we got? Start interval. Between sending a live notifications, which is blah blah blah. Stop. Saying a bye bye. If this location is a hash, all key value pairs will be added as HTTP response headers. Don't forget to set an OWL and or location value. Exclamation mark. Hawker. What is this OWL location in SSDP? What is my responsibility here? OWL location SSDP. So what? What is this? Someone else What else is docs? What location? Okay. Canonical URL of the service, but only supported in the IETF version of SSDP. Should be the same as location. Canonical URL for the service. Okay. Oh, extra fields, right. Extra fields sent to the UPnB. Ask for extra vendor-specific fields to be sent to the notify packet. According to the spec, the fields must be in the format of token domain name. For example, my header.phillips.com host.check. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Quinn. Well, what's Quinn Wilson got to have to say about this? Right, so UID, root device, location. I'm just looking at these random things. All right, well, let's just like play with the consumer now. Let's go back to the actual Ruby. Let's go back to that Roku example that it has. Let's do something in here. Should I do a different file? Yeah, I'll do a different file. SSDP play client.rb. Now let's require bundler setup here, and then require the SSDP again. Require pry because we'll do a pry bizzo. Roku. Let's see if I can remember what it is. Consumer equals SSDP. Consumer.new. And there was like a search, I think. It's taking too long. Let's go. Bundle open SSDP. Take too long. Consumer. Emphasize the consumer. Whoa. Search, I think, is what I want. Why don't we just do search? Consumer.search. And then we'll do a binding to pry. We'll just do that like this for now. All right. Ruby SSDP play client. What do I got here? Let's go consumer.search, I think, is a method. Calling it to be searched without service provider. Is that bad? Was that bad? I should not have done that. It's not finding my thing. Is it still running? True. Is that bad? Why would that be bad? Why would this be bad? Service. Start. What's this? If synchronous is false. This code's hard to read. Set wrap. Wrap equals 20. Oh, bullshit. All right, whatever. If synchronous is false and callback. All right, so synchronous. Well, synchronous true, I guess. Oh wait, something happened. Something happened. I got a bunch of things. This is my whole network.
I shouldn't be showing this. This is probably bad.
This is my actual home network, I think. Well, let's have a look what we've got here. Let's just hope you just don't hack me, please, if this is bad. So this is all the SSDP shit on my network, I think. Like, what's this? Hue. I got a Hue bridge. I do have a Hue bridge, actually. I didn't know that was his IP address. More Hue bridges. Huh. I'm going to look at that information later and see what's on my network. But for now, I'm not going to show any of that stuff.
Exit clear.
No looking. No looking at that, please. No looking. That is my private information. But I want to look at the consumer docs. Is GitHub like down or something? Why is this? Let's have a look at the code again here. Consumer. Synchronous service. Maybe I need to go in here. Oops. Client. Let's go search for a service of hello. Consumer dot search service hello. Wonder why it takes so long. Is it like like the thing gets sent out only a couple over like 30 seconds or something? This is so long. This is offensively slow. Huh? That's what I wanted. Oh, I mean, it's here. Why does the huge stuff get returned? That's not what I asked for. I didn't ask you for this.
Clear. Cancel. Exit. Why is this failing?
Fuck it. Hang on, gone. Let's read this code. So synchronous is default. Search sync, great. So what does service do? Composes a search. Service type is service if options are service. Yeah. Pardon me. Compose search. What does this do? SSDP Ruby. Let's just maybe reload the whole freaking page. Maybe it's. There we go. Example. Timeout first only. I wonder what these things mean. Let's go to the docs again. Producer. Is it the interval type? Maybe, I guess. What about consumer? Search. Performs an SSDP search request. Block is only for asynchronous requests. Format results. Returning. Search with first will return single hash or nil. Searching without first only will return array of hashes. One entry for each response received during the timeout period. But I set service and I got a bunch of bullshit back. Maybe this needs to be more complicated. Like, hello, my name is Keith. Maybe I got to do like consumer.search service. My name is Keith. Maybe like a more maybe hello was matching Q results. Yeah. PP results. A little bit of PP of the results. Let's try Ruby SSDP play comment. So it's searching for. Whoops! I better restart my my server as well. Then it must be that interval. Maybe that keep alive thing is only being broadcast every 30 seconds, which is why. It's just taken a. It must be. That must be it. I wonder if it's bad food to be. I'm getting this other bullshit back. Hugh, get off my thing, Hugh. I didn't ask for you. Is it because Hugh isn't advertising a service type, maybe? Filter. Am I misunderstanding what the service type thing is? SSDP service type. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what that point. Let's learn Microsoft. This is too complicated. What is this one? Someone else's code. Node.js, let's have a look. Find a service. Pass service type to the discover method when services are found. They'll be emitted. Service type. Earn, schema, UPM. Blah, 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 blah. This is the unique service name we are interested in. Advertiser service. USN. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Shutting down. That's not service type. A URI that identifies the nature of a service. Service types can be very broad. For example, all SSDP compliant services to very narrow a particular batch, a particular model of a particular product that it comes in green. Service type URIs are treated as opaque identifiers by the SSDP protocol. Yes. So for each of these, interesting if there is a proxy of the client. Proxy. What I'm not understanding is why is it getting returned? Like, why is Hugh being returned in the search? Because I thought I was searching for my name is Keith, and I'm adding a service for my name is Keith. I would assume that it would only return the first one, right? Like, that seems like a valid thing to. Like a valid thing to expect. I mean, there's a filter bizzo here. SSDP. Let's look at the code. Let's actually go back to the code. Bundle open SSDP. Whoops. Chat. Search. So we search sockets. Compose search. Seems like a UDP thing. Search socket. What is search socket? Create broadcaster. Okay, whatever. Search, compose search. The timeout is blah, blah, blah. Query, service type. Options, service. So this is an M search thing. Let's have a look at what M search is. M search. Pelco. Help me, Pelco. Understand what's going on. Help me. M search. SSTP uses HTTP method to notify, to announce to the establishment of withdrawal of service presence information in the multicast group. A client that wishes to discover available services on a network uses a method. mSearch. Responses to such search requests are sent via unicast addressing to the originating address and port number of the multiprocessor address. Maybe my shitty, where's my shitty OpenAI thingy? Let's go back to open web. Let's have a look at this one. Why am I seeing all services when I do an mSearch SSDP thing and not just the service I'm looking for? I wonder if it's... Oh, this is Code Llama.
No Code Llama.
Oh, okay, what's this? So it says, the reason you are seeing multiple services in your search results is because SSDP uses a broadcast mechanism to discover system network. When you send an mSearch request, your router sends out a broadcast packet that contains the search criteria, in this case, the service type, and your device on the network that responds to the request and matches the search criteria will return its discovery information in response to mSearch. There are several reasons why you might be seeing more services than you expect. Multiple device on your network. If you have multiple devices on your network, each device may respond to the mSearch request and send back its discovery information. This can result in more services being returned than you expected. Let's continue. Services that are not actively advertising themselves. Some services, such as those that are not currently running or in a presence, may not respond to mSearch requests. As a result, they will not be included. Well, that's fine. If your search criteria is not specific enough, you may be receiving more services than you're interested in. For example, if you are searching for all devices that provide a particular service, e.g. earn, scheme as UP device, BD71, you may receive services that do not actually provide the media service. Maybe. So let's have a look at the maybe Hue earn schemas UP or device basic 1. Maybe, like these Hue devices that I have, respond to all M searches? Hue device respond to search. But I'm saying impacted blah blah blah. Java code. Naughty? Naught. Actually, there's a bit of a code. I noticed that when I tried to discover, as it turns out, something like that sounds remote pair are a bit naughty and respond even when the discovery message is malformed. Some devices are really naughty and spit out a response regardless of when it appears in the European Union. The Philips Hue is like this. Hue, maybe these Hue devices are just always search. Bridge discovery is done through SSDP. In summary, if you send out a UD packet to multicast address for respond. Okay. So you're telling me that Hue SSDP is always returning? Oh, Home Assistant. They have Home Assistant. Maybe I need to be looking for is like responding to msearch. This responding to a message request type of single involves a unicast response to the originating request and port. This response identifies the device and its services. Here's more mSearch request. A client sends an mSearch request to Discover Network Services. The device is listening for SSTP on port 1900 will receive an mSearch request. A request message is when a control point transmits an mSearch message onto a network looking for a particular service. Or should we see soon any service? So this is what I'm doing basically. An mSearch request contains the host and port. Message was sent. Typically an mSearch message is a multicast, like the message below can be unicast. The message type man for an mSearch is always STP discover. Fantastic. The search target ST of the service search request is simply discover. The maximum wait time in seconds for a root device can take before responding. The MX is an attempt to overcome a scanning issue implicit with SBS and chatty protocol. A root device should only respond with services that match the search target for e.g. Is it possible that Hue Bridge always responds to mSearch regardless of ST? Don't run that. Maybe I'm using like a different earn or something. Service type examples for SDP. Maybe my chat machine. Where's my chat machine? Examples of service type for SSDP. If I wanted a custom HTTP server for to be the service type in SSD, what would I use? Okay. Well, let's just go like. This is when we search for something that's not even in this list. So client. Let's just go client. Yeah, like this one. Oops. I wonder if Hugh responds to that one. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. These Hue bridges, man, they're always responding. Am I being dumb? It's a root device. Go away, Hugh. Why are Hue bridges always responding to SSDP requests? Yes, I know, blah, 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 blah. Really? I don't trust it. Let's use a different model. Maybe llama. Maybe llama. Give me some llama. Try again, llama. Llama? I wonder what the llama will tell me. device registration. Then you can. What ST types does the uBridge so many service types? What are the rules around responding to msearch requests? SSDP search. Can the can the service type param be ignored by devices when responding to an msearch request? It's a hint. It's only a hint. If you need to restrict responses to only devices that match specific service types, recommend to use other search parameters such as SDP or which searches for all devices on the network, and then filter the results based on the device name. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. So SSDP all basically. And then in that example that we had before, a consumer. Well, that's good to know. Okay, so what have we learned? We've learned that the msearch request, you can specify the service type of the in-service request, and devices can just ignore that and be like, yeah, whatever, no one cares. So timeout 3. So this example here is probably a bit busted in the fact that this could possibly, it sounds like there's maybe some ordering at play, but it's not reliable. So go timeout 3. And there was, from memory, some code around params, that's fine. First only, the timeout's fine. Filter. So what does filter get called with? It's just a block, I think. Yeah, let's have a look at filter. Let's do some filtering magic. All right, let's write some filtering code. Filter. Result. How do I do? Filter results. Is it a like return true situation? Is that what it is? Oops, wrong thing. Filter. Why there's a remaining if ready found. If returns true. Search multi. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna return true or false. Okay, right. Okay, cool. So let's go. P result, and let's just go false, just to see if it does all the things. Let's go. Whoa. I cannot remember how to do lambdas in Ruby. This is embarrassing. Lambda in Ruby. I forgot how to do it. I forgot the syntax. Lambda. I think it's like a shortcut. Number 3. Toto. There's like a little squiggly line you can do, I think. Yes, proc literal. So it's like a pointy, and you go result like this, I think. Whoa! What happened? A bunch of bullshit. Okay, so everything's responding now. It's my Home Assistant. It's Home Assistant. Hey, look at you. So I got address I got to deal with. I've got port, I've got status. Earn. So my thing should respond with something good, like not shit, all right? So Home Assistant 1 to device. So let's go earn Twitch stream chat .local for nothing. For lack of a better, and we'll go stream chat 1. I don't know, whatever. And then my results should be results. Results st equals this doohickey. Oops, I think I fucked that up. Yeah. Sure. What? I'm gonna restart the server. That's right. No likey the thingy. No likey my searchy. No likey on my searchy. Why is filtering? Why does it be done in this thing? Like, why do I have to do the filtering inside this gem? Why can't I just do it myself somewhere else? Why does it have to use this API? I don't have to use this API. You have to tell me what to do. You don't remember that. Sick. Okay, right, whatever. Let's just do that. Sonos. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, no. Parse. Something went wrong in my thing up there. If I go results dot each do PRST, I think. Let's try that. For all the service types on my network. Yeah, that doesn't work. That's not helpful. Params. All right, so it's like params. Then st. All right. Let's go back to that thing. Result. Params. Having my thing in the top is still working. Oh, maybe it broke. Well, there was a way I think I read in the code to continue a start watching type. Consumer. Let's try that. Consumer. Let's copy this, or at least limit it. I don't need to do this earn business because I just think we just know that the Hue bridge, I can just go Keith test. Let's keep it simple. Yep. Let's go down here. Results. And then we'll consumer search. What was it? Start. Watching start. Watching type. Keith test. Do results. Like that, right? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Let's go P results. Cool. Oh, that's right. Is this thing up? Hello. Cool. Oh, I did come out eventually. There we go. There it is. It's so slow though. So slow. My guess it has to be every 30 seconds, otherwise you end up having your server type situation, just like blasting these like broadcast packets all throughout the network and just being really quite rude and like yeah, just too noisy otherwise. Like if I start presumably if I go time.now to, let's go instead of a port here, let's just do time dot what is it? Math. Rand. Times 5. 5. 2i. Yeah, random number. 500. Rand times 500 2i. There's probably a shorter way of just getting a random number for this. Let's go 9,000. Exit. How would I hear a bye-bye? Can I hear a bye-bye? How do I get a bye-bye? Should I find a bye-bye? I think because I kill the server. Stop. Producer stop. Let's just make that clean. Producer stop. I think there's like a begin, rescue, ensure, puts bye-bye. That's probably a nice way to do it. So do bye-bye if I do bye-bye? Exit. Bye-bye. Cool. Hey, look, did bye-bye. NTS. Oh, what is NTS? SSDP. So what does this NTS thing stand for? NTS. NTS in SSDP. What does it stand for? NTS. NTS. What does NTS stand for? Oh, let's ask my computer. Where's my chat? My smart chat. What does NTS stand for in SSDP? SSDP. What? Next transaction ID. I feel like that's not right. Let's try Code Llama. Thank you. Notification type Code Llama. So notification type is result. Network navigation NTS. Great. And the NT. What about NT? List the headers and what they mean in an SSDP. Quest, I don't know, fucking just give me all of them. Service type. What does the N stand for? Node? node type. What does the N stand for in NT SSDP? Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't trust these things. SSDP spec. NTS. Let's go bye-bye. NTS value, yeah, NTS value. Headers. Yeah, well, give me just a list of the things that it does, please. Give me a list of the headers. Client, server, service type. Yeah, what's this? Okay, so it doesn't give me any real definition of it. I think I read something about. Why is the SD header so limited? Why does it support least? No, I don't care about that. Commands such as SB and SS2 should be NT values in the service type where necessary. Should the NTS comments is a consequence of the previous design where the NT header was used in a manner much like we use the USN today. All right, so that's why it seemed weird. Okay, right. So I should just like not worry about it. NTS NT equals results. NT. Reading these things is just so difficult sometimes. NT sent a NTS value. Oh, so it's not going to work. Low. Come on, key test. Taking a while this time. Oh, maybe it is putting out something, I'm just not. Oh, whoops, that's right. It's this damn API, params. It was working the whole time. I just got the params API and the friggin' thing confused. Keith test is alive. Now if I say goodbye. Bye-bye. 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 Very good. Very good. P result. Let's just get it there as well. Just so it's useful. So how to make this a bit quicker, I wonder. Like, how do I get it to like how do I get this to producer to send out these packets, these broadcasts a little bit more snappier? Because it's going to put something out in a second, I guess, every 30, some amount of time. Yeah, location's a cool thing. Location. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll find the new producer options, SSB deploy services, running, start. Interval in seconds. I wonder what the... I wonder if it's bad juju. Alive notifications. Good value to set for alive. How many seconds between sending alive notifications in SSDP? I wonder what the current best practice is. SDP discovery slow. Five seconds? Well, if I just at least go in here and just go interval 1, it's bad. Yes, I know it's bad. Let's just bye-bye, went away. Let's just clean that up. Nothing there. It's alive. Yeah, so that's every second now. I wonder if you can have two consumers, I wonder. No, that would be silly. feel like this is wrong. Because alive is just an alivement, like I'm still here notification, right? Like it shouldn't, isn't there supposed to be a thing where it's like, hey, who's out there? Like, yeah, like it sends a request, right? Consumer. Yeah, because it's block is only for asynchronous requests. Blocks results will be directly returned to asynchronous service. Synchronous if true. Timeout seconds to wait for a complete. First only. No warnings. If set. Max packet. Yeah, so let's try this in the start. So this is this watching thread, which is fine. Consumer search do results. P results, but we know we're going to get some hue back, I think, which we don't want to get some hue back, but that's just the way that it is. This is my server running. Puts looking for things. Huh. Oh, for asynchronous requests. Okay. Results equals. Yeah, so we know we're going to get the hue bridges. What if the timeout is 1? Doesn't feel like 1. I suppose in my case, well, if I was to, I can probably have 2, like, if the asynchronous version is always going to be looking, right? It's going to always be searching, I guess. Okay, so let's try that. So the difference between these two things. I thought this would be asynchronous. I gotta set it up in menu. So synchronous, false. Yeah, okay, so whoa. Maybe that's what it is. It's interesting that the Hue bridge isn't pooping out the alive things. There are so many Hue bridges. So many Hue bridges. Why are they all the same IP address? Is it because this is the different like services that it has to offer, I wonder? PP result. Let's just show the didn't respond that time. Found. Yeah, didn't respond that time. ST, this case, I want ST. Give me the ST. What have we got for me? It's all the same device. So it's responding it to like multiple times. So it found me, and then it found this root device Bizzo, and found this thing, and found that thing, and found that thing, and found that thing. I suppose in my case, the server that I have running, my bridge server, it doesn't really need to, like in this UI that I've got here, if I wanted to know that the server went away, it could just show like the WebSocket. If it was connected by a WebSocket, to show that the WebSocket is not connected anymore. I probably could just do that, I guess. Yeah. I wonder if we can I wonder if I can. Well, if I want to make this work, I need to make my bridge have a basically a HTTP server and have it start listening to a HTTP server, and set up the necessary API endpoints to download the chat history. Which means basically at that point, my code. We can get rid of these tests now. I've sort of like had to play with SSTP. The bridge code that I have here is sort of not like it just inserts into a database and sends that socket, right? And that does that triggers the UI to get the latest messages. But if I want to change the way that the whole thing works, so the bridge is basically a HTTP server, and then like sends the thing in Rails. Maybe I use Rails server. If I was to use a Rails server for the bridge, I wonder, and then just use like active cable, whatever it is. How could I connect to an IRC? Like, how could I connect to an IRC, have a persistent IRC connection inside Rails? Active job or something? Maybe? How? What would it be like? How to have persistent connection to another service? Rails. Keep Rails. So maybe it's my Rails 8. Action cable, action packaging, action mail, active record, active story, active model, active job, mailbox. What does active job do? Can you connect to an RC channel in a job? Would you connect to WebSocket? What my fancy chat thing would say. Fancy chat. Where are you, fancy chat? Fancy chat. I want to connect to a third party. I want to have a long connection to a third party to ingest data into a database next to a Rails app. How should I do that? I could just have it like running next to it, literally, just connect to the same database. Supervisor Pro. What did my fancy chat say? Ooh. Okay. You know those times when you're programming and you sort of just fall down a rabbit hole, you just fall down a hole and you've just completely lost yourself, and you don't even know who you are anymore, or what you stand for, or what your name is, or how you even got here. I've just spent the last 2 friggin' hours of my life doing. I have no idea what the fuck I've been doing. Honestly, quite honestly, I think I was. I'm a bit lost with my design at this point now. I think. I mean, what I'm trying to do is make the UI auto reload in the terminal renderer that I've got here. But I want the UI to know if it's got a bridge connection active, like if it's something actively, if the bridge is operating right, and if the bridge is not operating or is operating. And, you know, and have the IC client sort of figure out automatically the server to connect to. I could use SSDP that we were playing with, because I mean, it would be kind of cool if I could run my bridge in a Docker container on another computer, basically, and then it means that when I could turn my computer off, I can keep like the connection to the IRC channel open and just receive messages all the time. But I got a couple of issues now, you know, like how do I need more infrastructure for that all to work. Currently the UI is connecting directly to the SQLite database, and that's probably a bad thing. Like having 2 things connect to the SQLite database is probably not very smart. It's probably not smart. And then, so then you want the UI to talk via an API, you know, like probably like a HTTP API is probably the best thing. And then, like, how would the UI get notified of new data? I mean, basically, the client has its own copy of the data, which is fine. It can do that. That's fine. But what am I trying to achieve here? Really, I'm just trying. I'm just playing at this point. I'm just trying to like play with these tools and understand how they work a little bit better. And then have an auto reloading UI inside the terminal. I think that'd be pretty freaking cool. I mean, I could just put this in a. So what I could do is have like the bridge code can still exist, but instead of inserting it directly to an SQLite database, it's sort of there's a Rails app floating around and it connects to the bridge, connects to the IC and just pipes that data back into a Rails app, and then that Rails app has, you know, active model callbacks that then do action cable things. So I could do it in the UI. I could do it like a web page, which is basically connection to an IRC channel as well, and like that could be a thing. Or, you know, and then I could have a terminal version as well. Like that's all valid. That's a valid way of building the system. Can I be bothered? That's the question. Can I be bothered getting this thing, like rewriting the bridge in Rails? Essentially, I would have the bridge. I would have Let's start the like how do you do process management in Rails? Like, let me just look at that process manager Rails app. Is it still Procman? I mean, I used to use Procman all the time. 10 years ago, maybe not. I think Gorman is now the best. It's like Gorman. Borman. Procfile. Rails side process may be. It's like a bin start now. Browse command line. Server. Generate controller. It's like a Rails fork, another process. Four. Years ago. It's a long time. It's like a capsule. It's like a capsule. Don't know. Solid process. What is this? Solid process. No, it's something else. Ruby server. Load async. Does thread. The thread pool technology inside Rails. Boring. I did it again. See, I did it again. I lost myself. I lost myself in just reading shit. Without making anywhere real progress. Any real progress. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing? All right. I think. Oh man, I was up with my kid last night. She was asleep. She got a 7-month-old, and she's very cute, but she doesn't sleep. And so I was up the night. I was like half the night with her. So maybe my brain is just toast. But here is what I wanted to achieve, but failed spectacularly to do so. try to make my client sort of figure out, like automatically connect to the bridge server if it could find it. And I think that I'm having a lot of feelings about this code at the moment. This code's messy. It's not really easy to maintain, and it's not very happy. It's not fun code to work with. So I'm sort of just hesitant to fuck with it a little bit. So moving to a Rails app is quite, because the other thing I noticed yesterday was that if someone new posts in the chat, there's like a little new chatter badge, and that is one of these tags here, and I'm not saving that to my database, and so I have to sort of write some code to sort of add a new column inside the SQLite database and then handle this thing, and I was just sort of daunted at the fact of having to do that all over again, like write a migration and do this whole thing. And look at this database file. I mean, like this is it's I wrote my own ORM. Cool, good for me. Like I'm a clever kid. And look at this, but I spent so much time writing this at the cost of what? You know? Like I didn't need to write all this stuff. I didn't need to, but I did. And maybe I should just like give in to my dependency overlords and just go full rush Rails. Just do the thing. Make and just have a Ruby process that runs next to Rails. That connects to IRC, and there's like loads in active record, and just sort of just sends things through. Maybe I could just do that, right? And have it to be maybe that's what I should just do, is like that. Am I gonna do it today? I don't know. You know what? I actually think that might be it for me today. I'm just not very. I think I'm useless today. I think I'm not doing a good job. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm just being. I'm not very smart today. Not smart. It happens sometimes. It happens if you just like you're having an off day and you're sort of thinking about a million things at once and you're finding it hard to focus and you've not slept particularly well, and you've got like you sort of, this is what happens in product design sometimes. In product design, you've got like so many avenues in front of you, and you kind of want to make a flexible system, but you just don't know which path to take. To your left, to your right, and you're trying to think through all the different pros and cons of each decision all at once, and your brain just eventually just turns to mush, right? Do I use Rails? Do I just continue with my own Ruby thing? Do I rewrite the whole thing in some other language that I haven't tried before? Is this the, what am I trying to optimize for here? I do know like the UI client can always be like this won't change. Like this will be mostly, it is what it is. But instead of connecting to, a SQL like database locally, it will connect to a Rails WebSocket, which is probably fine, right? I mean, the client doesn't actually give a shit what it is. It's just, it is what it is, right? And then inside, what if I was to like Google SSDP Rails? I wonder if there's anything frisky. Oh, there's a different SSDP. 2 years ago. Oh, meh. Yeah, can't even look at this up right now. Yeah, so if I started, if there's like a Docker container with a Rails app running, I could be like, hey, I'm your search bridge, like I'm your bridge, like you can come find me here. That could be fine, or I could just just put the IP in randomly. That could be fine too. But it's look at that, it's 1337 on the clock. It's lead time. I think I might call it for today and just try to like watch some YouTube and just sort of like zone out and try to figure out what the hell I'm doing with this thing, because I've just lost sight of my design. That happens sometimes when you're designing something. You just lose sight of what you're trying to build. On that note, I might cut it. I might call it. Thanks everyone. If you joined, thanks for watching. And if you didn't, that's cool too. All right. Where's my OBS? Where's my OBS?